One, two, three. Strike a pose. I'm here to talk about Pose. Season 1, Episode 6, that aired this past Sunday. This had to be one of the shows that really grabbed me. I was excited to see Patty and Angel have their talk, and I was really proud of Angel because she stood in her truth. She told Patty, Stan's wife, what it was. I'm transsexual woman. After Patty was gagging going through that ball. But I liked the way it ended. I liked their talk, and I liked how Angel stood up and said what it was. She didn't lie. She told the truth. Then we have Pratel's lover sick in the hospital, and they calling him that he had died. And this episode had a few tears in my eyes. And Pratel went to the hospital, but before that, the nurse was telling, which Sandra Bernhardt was great. She and Billy, their chemistry. She was saying about doing something, decorating the waiting room or whatever, the room where the patients are. So Billy got a hold of Blanca because he was saying Blanca's good with decorating. And then Blanca, meanwhile, was talking to the girl. She met this guy, and they were saying that, oh my God, he's corny but sexy in sort of a way. Then come to find out, Blanca, the girls start laughing that they had all had him. So that just did it for Blanca. She was not using it. I can totally ID. You think you found this only man to find out that all your girls that you know have had him. I mean, I've been through that. Messy. So Blanca gave up at first. She told Billy Pratel she had this date and she couldn't help him. Then after that went down and she found out that the guy was messy and had all the girls. Plus, Blanca's a sweet girl, so she paid that date no mind, and she went with Pratel to the hospital ward and fixed up the place. And they tore down Singing Home. I mean, they brought tears to my eyes singing that. They tore that song up. And then at the end, they hugged. I mean, they had me in tears. And then you have, after you have that, then you have Electra. No, they didn't show Electra. Let me get it right. They didn't show Electra. They showed, I'm going blank. I should have written it down. I'll remember next time. And then they had, oh my God, I'm going blank. And then they had Stan. You know, him and his wife were at the psychiatrist. And then they were asking, they ended up ganging up on Stan. And what I think the thing is with Stan is, I don't think Stan is gay because he likes trans women. It's just that back at that time in my day too, when a guy liked a trans woman, it wasn't a word for it. It was more like he's straight or he's gay or whatever. It wasn't he's trans attracted to trans women. It wasn't besides cisgender women. And that doesn't mean you're gay. A man can be trans attracted or cisgender attractive. And now that does not mean he's gay. That's what he likes. So I really like that when Stan doesn't understand this. So he's struggling with that because he doesn't understand what am I. And when he told that story that he looked at these books and all of that when he was growing up, trans books, that's what caught his attention. And that's what he liked. They were women, but they were trans women. And he liked it. But he didn't, like I said, he didn't understand, no, baby, you're not gay. So he's just confused with what category to put himself in. To me, he's a straight man, but he's trans attracted to trans women. So to me, that's it. If he was gay, he was gay, but he's trans attracted. And so that brought back some memories for me because I've had issues back in my day with guys who liked me, and because I'm a kiki and all of that, and I had guys who liked me and would come back and we'd do things and have sex, of course, but they still weren't sure how to classify themselves, and at that time I didn't know either. So that I could totally ID with. And then the children, the ball, and all of that. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's just, Pose is really getting serious, and they're really touching deep issues. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Elektra now that her man is going to find out she's had the surgery, which, of course, he's going to throw her to the wolves. But I hope that Elektra will, I know she's going to be over if he cuts her off, but I hope that in spite of that, she'll find that I'm happy. It doesn't matter. I'm happy. I'm who I feel complete. Some trans women feel complete without the surgery, and some trans women need to go all the way. It's just whoever your preference. So I just hope Elektra stands tall in her decision. She may have to give up some luxury, but sometimes you have to give up something to be happy. So I'm dying to see how that's going to work out. And that's about it. Pose was wonderful. When Pray Tell's lover died, I boo-hooed because I've lost best friends. I can count on my hands my best friends that are still around, that are trans and that are gay. So I can pretty much ID with the show. Because like I said, I was an 80s and 90s child. So I remember back with Angie, back with the House of Extravaganza, I was familiar with Angie and Octavia St. Laurent, and the list goes on. I was familiar with those girls. So that was my era. So that really touched me. And I lost quite a couple of friends, close friends, to HIV. And it was scary. And then I liked when Pertel was at dinner at Blanca's house and the children were trying to cheer him up. And he had a moment, which quite naturally. And then he kept playing Love is the Message for his lover. And his lover told him to go on and be happy. And then he changed the music and they went to twirling. So that particular part of Pose really, really got to me. And I hear Janet Mock. She directed that scene and she did a perfect job. But before I go, I gotta find that soundtrack of Blanca and Pray Tell singing Home. Because you know I love Stephanie Mills, so I thought she was the only one. And Blanca and Pray Tell tore it up. So I need that version. But otherwise, that was Pose. And it's going to get even exciting next week. So tune in and I will have a report once again when my tea kettle brews. Well, anyway, I just had to tell you all before I go. Love you all. Mwah.